My feet are soaking wet. Morning, welcome to the desert. Cam and I drove in this morning. We are currently in South Utah. We've come to Utah like quite a bit, but most of the time it was Moab. So Moab is a little bit more like east of, like southeast Utah. Right now we're in like central South Utah, which is super cool. I will say I kind of like this a little bit more. It's very out there. We have a gas station that has a Subway and an Arby's, and that's it. Like, that's it. So we're out in the middle of nowhere, but it's so pretty. It's crazy. We did have a little bit of a hiccup getting here. We had a campsite that's not this one that we're at now. We had a different one, and as soon as we set up the tent, it started pouring down rain. And we had to like hurry up, pack everything back in, get it inside my car. And we had looked at the radar, and rain in the desert is very sporadic. Whenever we checked before we left, there was no rain, and now there was rain, and it just happens. It's okay. But we decided if it was going to continue with the scattered thunderstorms, we were just going to move closer to the actual trail we're going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a slot canyon that I think it's called Little Wild Horse Canyon, but it's this really cool slot canyon. I've always wanted to do a slot canyon, but we decided because it's raining, we'd prefer to be closer to the trailhead. That way, if it gets really bad at this location, at least we're close and we wouldn't have to drive so far. So we're at this new location. I will say it's gorgeous. I'm gonna you'll see it, but it's so pretty. But I wanted to intro. I didn't speak or say anything. We kind of just jumped in the car and went. But right now, Cam is actually about to start cooking hot dogs. I know it looks bright, but it's actually the sun is going down. But Cam is about to cook hot dogs, and we're going to make a fire and just kind of relax tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be hiking and doing all that kind of thing. My makeshift tripod. I basically just stacked up rocks. We are about to start the trailhead. We're just putting on our shoes and then we're gonna start. We're on Little Wild Horse. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. It's a slot canyon. So we're going to, it's basically just you're surrounded by rocks. And yeah, it's gonna be super cool. That's cool. My feet are soaking wet. We did it! 8.6 miles for a first hike is not too bad. It was so wet for one part of it. So it's a loop. So one part is Little Horse Canyon, the other part is Bell's Canyon. Little Wild Horse had a decent amount of water. At one point it was like, I'm trying to take off my shoes. At one point it had up to like my knees. I'm like wringing out my sock. Ugh, that hurts. Yeah, at one point it was like up to my knees, and then the most it was up to my knees. It wasn't like horrible, but yeah, it's brown water. It's not great. But we're done. We did it. I'm sweaty and I'm starving. Hello, it is now Monday. Cam and I spent the rest of the day when we got home just basically getting everything in the house ready for the week. I love camping, but the amount of laundry you end up getting is insane. I'm so thankful for past me because I cleaned the house and like made sure we had no laundry. Didn't have to vacuum, didn't have to do anything. I did all of that before we left. So when we got home, it literally was just get like camping stuff done. So put all of our gear up, do laundry, all of that kind of stuff. So it wasn't like crazy, but we still definitely had things to do. But now we're back home. It was so nice. Stella was so excited that we were home. She gave us cuddles. We had cuddles in the morning for like a really long time. It was just really nice. I enjoy leaving and I enjoy camping and going on vacation, but there's just like, it's nothing like coming home. I'm also now looking at the screen that I can see how sunburned I look. In person, it doesn't really look this bad. But yeah, we put sunscreen on, but the desert is the desert, and even though you apply, sometimes it doesn't always work. So like our arms are, well, my arm doesn't actually, my face looks redder than it actually is. My arms look not red, even though they are. I don't know. But yeah, Cam's neck is very red. We didn't put sunscreen on the back of his neck. We weren't great about that. But yeah, it doesn't hurt. That's like the nice thing. It's just red. I naturally get red anyway, so there's not much I can do. But yeah, I will say I am so excited we decided to leave a day early. I am incredibly sore. I know I said it was an 8.6 mile hike. It was our first hike of the year, which probably to a lot of people that's aggressive. But yeah, we had decided, because we saw that it was raining again, and we were just like, we have nothing else we wanted to do. We planned on that one hike. It's only 3 hours away. Like, we live in northern Utah. It's only 3 hours away. Sorry, there's a car. And yeah, it was about to rain again. We were just like, let's just go home. Like, we have no other hikes planned. We have nothing planned. Let's just go home a day early. It's not a big deal. Oh, Stella. Hi, Bubby. So yeah, we decided to leave early, and thank God for that. My hips are so sore. My upper, like, back is sore. I think I need a hiking backpack, but the backpack I have is, like, digging into my shoulders. It is just, it wasn't, like, the best experience. I think at mile, like, 6, both of us were kind of just like, oh, like, we're feeling this. Like, the having something on our backs is becoming uncomfortable. I can't imagine having to drive home today after sleeping in the back of the car. Like, I don't think I could do it. Plus, like, we missed Stella, and it was so nice. Like, she was excited to see us. It was nice to see her. It gives us an extra day to, like, get everything we need to get done. We went grocery shopping already this morning, and yeah, it just, like, puts us in a better spot for the week, instead of, I'm sure, like, you've had this happen, where you go on vacation and it's like a mad dash to get everything you need done before your week starts. So this was nice. It was a really nice time hiking and camping. I got so much inspiration. Right now it's like blooming season for the desert, so all the flowers are blooming, everything's green. And because we had such good weather, or I guess we had so much snowfall during the winter, that the water runoff has come down to the desert. And as much as I don't like the rain when I'm there, I do appreciate that's really good for the desert. And just like the foliage is so green and the colors are so vibrant, and it's just, it was the desert the way I haven't seen the desert before. Cam and I are Cam and I are active desert campers. We've gone to Utah, southern Utah, a lot. We go to Moab mainly. This time it was a new spot. Loved it. I personally, I can't speak for Cam, but I personally think I love it more than Moab, just because Moab's very touristy. They've started to build the infrastructure for like hotels and Airbnbs and all that kind of stuff, and that's not really what I go to southern Utah for. I go to southern Utah for camping. But it was so cool to see the desert like blooming and see the greenery. And yeah, I have like quite a few little sketches I went through, and yeah, I'm just excited to like make patterns and artwork around it. Overall, I'm just feeling like refreshed. I think because there was literally like no cell service at all. Like I had already said, my phone was literally just like a brick that basically just a camera. I couldn't use it for anything else. I had no service at all. And it was so nice. Cam and I both, I think like the first day that we like got there, we both were like fidgety, and like Cam kept checking his phone. And it was just so nice, like after a while our bodies just got used to, like, we have no cell service. We're gonna hike, we're gonna walk, we're gonna entertain ourselves without, like the internet around. So it was just super nice to like have that. It gives my brain so much, I guess, like freedom. And it was nice to, like, my only thing there was to draw, to read, and to film. And it's all things I love doing regardless. And it was freeing. No one could contact me. If I had an email, it was going to have to wait because I didn't know. And yeah, I feel like my cup is full and I'm ready for the week. I'm excited for how the week's gonna go. I literally got back and like I had my notebook with me, and I filled out my whole week. I'm excited for it. I'm inspired for it. I think we both said like we needed this vacation. It's been a minute since we've gotten away, and yeah, cup is full, feeling great.